this is your host, Nick. And today, for the next episode of Clone Calamity, we have the other clone from Caline Audio, being the Medusa overdrive. And the reason I have gotten this one too is because they called this the improved version. So I might as well have went and see what the improvements are, as I would like to see how some brands develop, as a lot of brands usually only do one clone, some do two, some do multiple, but they're just changing the colors. But let's just go over what Caline is all about right now. So pulling up the product page here, as I am able to really look around here. It is called the CP-99 Medusa Overdrive Guitar Effects Pedal. And it's considered to, and this is their words, not mine, it has a more higher gain, compact version of our CP-43 Pegasus Overdrive, which I set down. Yeah, here it is. As you can see, it is a little bit more compact. Not exactly directly half, same height, but it is slightly more compact, and it also states that it has a higher gain. Well, a more higher gain. So with this more higher gain here, it says it is a very versatile and can create a full range of natural sounding overdrive tones, and has a very clean transparent tone when the gain is set low, yet retains a smooth sound when cranked up higher. We're going to test that. So, and of course, one thing, just like with the Pegasus, still comes with this little boy here, where you just, there's your power. I just think that's pretty funny. I might be my own ignorance, but I ain't seen one of those before, so I thought that's pretty funny. Because that's one way to get really isolated power, because it's not even hooked up to the grid then. It also came with this, which is pretty nice, where stick that on the actual knob to help it, whoops, that's actually help it get a little bit more surface area if you are lacking in the feet department. Anyways, let's just go ahead and first, let's, like I did in the last one, we're going to check for noise. Now, compared to the Pegasus, if I'm remembering correctly, already with just the volume. Now, in the Pegasus, there was no noise here. However, they did state this is higher gain, so maybe that's the reason. Now, let's just throw this up. There is a lot more noise. It has the same rubbing that I remember making fun of on the Pegasus, though, so that's how it is. But a little bit more noise, but it says it has a much higher gain. As I don't have the Pegasus next to me, well, I do, but I'm not. This isn't a comparison video. That's going to be later. We'll really check what that gain is a lot later down the line when we're done everything else. But the original tone was just. And then with this on, let's actually just see if we're just going. Well, actually, I mean, I just do the knobs anyway, so we'll just do what we always do with the knobs. Volume at noon, gain and tone all the way to the left. And then we're just going to start bringing it up and see where we go from there. I'm remembering my waveforms correctly, again, this is just going by memory because can't really exactly check because I don't have the other pedal powers and all that out right now to do all that. But that will be in comparison videos. I think I do believe in where this has slightly higher gain, as besides the noise that was there. The waveform went much higher than I remember when I was recording the Pegasus. That's just me going by my memory. So anyways, let's go ahead and find one more tone, and then with that tone we will play a little song and then give our final ratings. So anyways, that was just a little bit of playing. I tried to go with a more, I don't know where to do modern or classic. I'm just working off the Micro Core 2 here and just playing around with what I can get just to see what I can come up with. And we're just having fun here. Anyways, before I go into the point system, I'd like to mention that this channel's sponsor is DefCloud, which you can go to their website here, defcloud.com. It's also within the description. They are a small family-owned business with very responsive staff, very nice people, and because they are smaller, they are able to get a lot of boutique brands that a lot of the bigger stores will not carry, as they cannot, as the little boutique builders cannot keep up with the massive amount of orders that they require. But nice responsive staff, they will work with you to try and find good things. They do great sales, and they carry synthesizers, guitars, including Quart, and plenty of pedals, tons of boutique pedals, basses too, and they even carry some DJ equipment and mixers. Like they also carry lights, stage stuff, and a lot of fun things like that. If you use my link in the description, it will bring you to their website, and that's it. I do not get paid. I do not have an affiliate link. They just sponsor me directly. So if you don't like me, but still want to buy stuff, you will know if you buy something from them, you are not giving me money. Congratulations. Go ham. Support small businesses. Thank you. And thank you for continuing to sponsor me. So the points. As before, I will give 0.1 extra point to the fact that they had that silly little thing being the little 9-volt cable. So we're at 4.1. It's the same enamel, slightly smaller form factor, so it feels strong. And then I will give another 0.1 point because I actually like this little thing, whatever it's called. I don't know what it is. It was in there. This is cool. So 4.2 out of 5 for build quality. Metal, slightly more texture on this metal, and then the knobs are still plastic, but this is an improvement over the Pegasus's build quality. I'll give it that much. The tone itself, it has more noise, but it has more gain. That is expected. However, the noise was starting with the volume and nothing else. So I'm going to have to give it like a 3.4. Unless like you're really cranking it and you're going to be playing the whole time, so you're not too worried about noise. For a 3-knob clone, I can understand the more gain, but even though they market it as purely clean, it's not clean. It's just how it is. So it'll be right in the center of 3.711811924 out of 5. That's a good number. And again, it's not deviant. I'm just observing, and this is just a 3-knob clone with a little bit of different DNA compared to the Pegasus. So I believe them when they said they changed stuff up. But did it help or hurt it? That is subjective. I'm just presenting my own opinions here. Anyways, this has been your host, Nick. Man down. Come on. Go ahead and like the video if you like the video, or just to help me out because it is greatly appreciated for the algorithm and on other things out there. And go ahead and leave a comment if you have used this one. So this one is slightly more expensive. This was like $65 versus the $36 of the Pegasus. But with that, I mean, again, it's subjective if you feel like this is an improvement or not. I can go by what I go by. I think personally, I would just stick with the Pegasus because less noise. I don't need that much more gain, as I can really crank either my mixer or my synths to get more clean gain. But that's just me. Hey ho. But if you have used it, leave a comment. If you haven't used it, leave a comment of what you thought about it, or just say hello. Hi, how you doing? Go ahead and share the video around if you know anyone who likes clones and synths, as this series will be continuing towards the final episode, which is 50 clones away, where I'm going to put every clone in series and then turn them on to get the most clone sound ever, as it needs to be done and we need to make the most clone. Yeah, this is a very expensive series. Anyways, once again, this has been your host, Nick. Thanks for watching.